All right, so it is January 5th. Is it? No, it's the 4th, January 4th. I haven't posted a video since the new year. Well, I didn't even do nothing. Had a drink or two and went to sleep. Well, I stayed up for the new year, but I was at home by myself. I didn't go out. I didn't do anything. But it was cool. I never really do nothing for New Year's. I always want to plan to do something, but I don't. But I'm glad I did stay home and chill. It was cool. Just reflecting on the past 2018. Looking forward, to 2019. That's all I really did, and chill, listen to some music and stuff. But as you can see, 2019 is here. Thank the Lord. I woke up, made it. Yes. As far as relationships, let's see. What can we talk about today? Let's talk about let me try to see what's the thing. I want to say communication, but I guess let's see, what can we talk about? Trying to think of something good. I guess when you think when you're I guess let's talk about mixed signals, not mixed signals, but miscommunication instead of communication. So miscommunication is basically when you misinform, when you may say something to a person and they receive it the wrong way, and vice versa, they say something, you receive it the wrong way. So in a case of where two people are together and it seems like their communication is not being understood, and one person feels this way and one person feels that way, it's like when you're in a relationship, you can't let like little things like miscommunication or you're in your feelings or anything that you think is going to ruin the relationship, or necessarily thinking, oh well, he's gonna break up with me because I got an attitude, I snapped, or I be tripping, or anything like that. You have to talk about each and everything that you're going through during that time in your relationship, because you never know. It could be miscommunication. You may read something wrong. He may have read something wrong, and meaning as in what you say or what you do. But once you talk and get that understanding and be like, hey, it wasn't like that, it was like this, or hey, it's gonna be like this and it's not gonna be like that. Once y'all get that established, your relationship, it grows from there. That one little thing that you thought was gonna tear you apart or be the end, or we about to break up, or it could just to be to where that person was going through some stuff. That person was dealing, it's even in relationships, we do need to have time for ourselves. We can't always just be about our partner. We need to take a time out and focus on ourselves. So sometimes you may step back, not just necessarily from the relationship, but step back to be like, okay, I'm battling some things myself to where I'm not, fully ready to talk to you about it or share with you, or some stuff that I don't need to or have to share with you. And as individual persons, you can do that. You don't have to share everything what you're going through or dealing with your spouse, your mate, or anything. Well, unless you're really married, then you probably would share everything. But sometimes you do need to take a break for yourself and be like, okay, So that may seem like you're withdrawn or distant, but to the other party. But once that person lets the other party know, hey, no, I was just I didn't mean to seem drawn or distant or anything like that. I just was needed some time, dealing with some stuff, wanted to be, because sometimes when you're overstressed dealing with stuff and you're in a relationship, you may take it out on the other person, and they probably haven't did nothing to you, but they may have called you at the wrong time, text you at the wrong time, and you're just going off. Because I've did that several times. Like, oh, I can't do it. Everybody, just going off on somebody called and he just talking to say, hey, how you doing? I'm just checking on you. And then I didn't blew everything out of proportion, and now he feeling some type of way. And then I'm feeling, depending at the time, I'm like, I might be F the world, so I don't really care how he feeling. I just feel everybody is, against me or out. But you can't, be like that. You have to just patience in a relationship, because it's not going to be perfect every single day. You're going to have ins and out, up and down. But we can't let our past relationships interfere with our new relationships, because we have a habit of doing that. Oh, well, see, here go the warning signs. This happened to me before, and here he go. This Wayne ain't about nothing, blah, 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 But that's not maybe all the case. And once you communicate with that person, and especially if you have an open a relationship, not I mean open relationship dating, I mean open as to where you guys can talk about any and everything. That's why I say them friendships is better, if you could be a friend with a person before y'all even develop that relationship point, it's just so much better. And even if you were friends first and tried the relationship and it didn't work, and then you guys are still friends afterwards, and it still be, because we all need to have that one person you can talk to. Like, I have my best friend I could talk to about anything. I have an aunt I could talk about anything, and then I have babe I could talk to about anything. But also with men and women relationships, you want to be open and honest with your mate. So if you guys can have that to where you're very open and honest and talk about anything, like me and babe are open and honest. We talk about just about everything, anything, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's like I'm more of a type of understanding, because I know first and foremost we have a friendship. So sometimes I have to take that girlfriend out and just be that friend. And sometimes you may have to do that with your mate spouse. Hey, just talk to him, be a friend. Don't let everything what he say offend you or have you in your feelings, because the better the friendship, the better the relationship is going to be. And then you'll have a lifelong bond with somebody just by the sole purpose of you were there, you were understanding, you were open, you were honest. People expect that. People will respect that. I'm sorry. People will respect that more than anything. So it's just, keep the lines of communication open so you don't get those miscommunications. And when it is, bring it to someone's attention, but not to bring it into attention to where you have to argue and fight, because that's not how you have to talk to each other. You can simply put it, if you don't want a confrontation. Like, I'm very texty. Like, if something's on my mind, I'll text it. And sometimes it gets misread or miscommunicated. But I'm a writer, so I feel like I can express my feelings better in a text. And sometimes when I text, it gets through and he understands fully what I'm talking about too. So it's I guess catch 22 phrase, whatever. But it can work. Just be like, you need to talk to someone. Be like, I always use the can we talk, or we need to talk. Well, no, we need to talk always throws people off. But like, can we talk? Or like when y'all around and y'all, you probably want to be like, hey, I wanted to mention something to you. I want to bring something to your attention. XYZ. You could do it like that, but it's not like, hey, you know what? I need to holler at you because I'm sick of this. No, don't come at anybody like that, because that's already gonna have somebody, tripping out. Or that's why I said keep the communication as simple as possible to avoid argument, because I don't like fighting. I don't like arguments. Like I said before, I don't do the domestic, so I try. Before, I used to holler, scream, cuss, just anything to get, because that's the way I was feeling. But like I said, to me, I have the respect factor for whoever I'm dealing with. A man is still a man. No matter what he may do or habits or traits he have, he's still a man. So you still need to respect him in a certain fact that he is a man. Yes, they're not always in their full potential. Yes, they don't do what they need to be. But you need to respect him as a human being, just like he needs to respect you as a woman, as a human being. So I always give that respect factor, like you are a man. So I'm not going to down talk you. I'm not going to be calling you no punk ass bitches, no broke ass niggas. I'm not going to talk to you like that. Because even if you are those things, I'm dealing with you. So what does that say about me? That, because everybody's situation is different. So I don't try to downplay none of my baby daddies. I don't try to be, I don't talk to downplay no nigga or talk to him bag or come at him cussing, hollering, screaming. None of that stuff. Now, have I did it in the past? Sure I have. Have I learned why not to do that? Sure I have. Because it is going to lead to you talk crazy to a man, regardless of whatever, like I said. His reaction is going to be, don't ever say that guys say I don't hit women. Okay, but you may choke her, you may slap her, you may push her. You're going to do something physical, especially if she's coming at you to where it makes you want to be defensive, and it is wrong. But we as females need to learn. We are not men. We need to stop coming at these men crazy and sideways, because that one hit, that one push, that one shove can end our life completely. And then who's both, look how families is affected because of that. Because sometimes we need to keep our mouth shut. We need to learn how to talk. We need to learn how to listen as well. Yes, we get our feelings hurt. Yes, they do some crazy, stupid shit. Yes, they do that. But it goes to show that whatever wrongs he is doing, he got to pay for that eventually, sometime. You may not live to see it, but eventually he will pay for that. So you getting all hostile and all in his face and doing all of that, I've been seeing some crazy videos. Like I don't know if it was a prank, but I saw one video where the dude was laying asleep and she plugged up the clippers and shaved his head. I'm thinking maybe it was a prank though. I done seen where nigga sleeping and she went through the phone. She mad. She threw water on him. Just all kind of burning the clothes, and okay, you waiting to exhale on it. Like, come on, at a certain point, all that gotta stop. If that situation is that bad enough to where you gotta tear up somebody's stuff, then you need to walk away from it. You need to not be in that. If he makes you that mad, that angry to where you want to burn up his stuff, pour water on him, set him on fire, just all kind of craziness that probably, people be thinking of or doing all kind of stuff, then you don't even need to be in that situation, because it's going to come to where you going to be so mad, angry. You might do something to him and you're going to regret it, So it's just the best to be, if y'all don't have that communication, that openness, that that trust factor, that Lord, none of them in the relationship, then that's in the relationship for you. But it doesn't have to turn into domestic. It don't have to turn into burning Nikes and Jordans and all that. He love his Jordans. He love that car. So you just gonna go and put nail polish all over it, Okay, what's gonna happen when you need a ride? Because I know even if I'm not dealing with somebody and I need help, a ride or something, they gonna be there. So you done messed up the car that you may need a ride in. You didn't think about that, huh? How you gonna pick that baby up from daycare? You didn't think about that, huh? But no, you out there wilding, waiting to exhale. That was just a movie. That's not, all that stuff. So it goes back to openness, communication. You know what you're getting into a relationship. You can't know how that person is, and then 2 years later you're talking about, oh, well, I thought you was going to change. Well, did he change in the first month, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth? No, that's who he is. He reveals, people will reveal who they are when you first meet. That's what goes back to having those feelings, those intuition. I wish that every woman could be that way, to cautious to be, but we learn, we love, from our mistakes. But you have to try to, that's why it goes to be asking questions and talking and communicating, because you know what type of person that is. Within the first couple of months, I say first couple of weeks, you should know who that person is and who that person is going to be. That means that you guys then talked about almost every, his goals, his aspirations, what he wants to do with his life, or vice versa as with you. But if you're not communicating when you're dating somebody or talking to somebody, and you just only see them for that, oh, he only come over every Saturday night and we kick it, okay, that's not really a relationship. Y'all just kicking, y'all just seeing each other, y'all just dating, y'all just messing around. That's all y'all doing. But if you're doing more than outside of that, where you guys are going places, doing stuff, even if it's just for drives, or he taking to the grocery store, whatever you guys are doing outside of just kicking it, then that does build up more of a relationship, because you guys are doing more stuff. You're doing more couple stuff. You're going out to eat. You're going on a date, so you are doing a little bit. But just chilling at home, kicking it, he coming through whenever, of course, now you're not going to know what he really doing. If he not calling you more than a couple of times a day, if he only calling you Friday night, be like, oh, I'll be there Saturday, that's our night, no. That's not an open relationship. That's not a communication. That's not, you don't know what's going on with him. He don't know what's going on with you, basically. But when you do have that one person that you're open and honest with, that you can communicate with, it does make a whole lot of sense, and it makes it's a very, it's better. And like, you'll know if he's not for me, then you have to leave it. But if he is for you, then you have to ride it through, the good, the bad, thick and thin, ups and downs. You gotta ride with him. If he broke, ain't got nothing, you gotta ride with him when he get up, because you gotta be that encouragement, especially when they got potential. I'll ride with any dude that got potential. You got potential to be something, or you got some skills or something you over here, doing. Or if I come ask you, hey, can you hang these curtains? And you come over here, hang the curtains. You come over here and, put security cameras up, and you did a whole bunch of stuff. And all I said was hang the curtains. That's some potential, because that's a trade. That's a skill. You did stuff that I don't even know what you're talking about. Them ones is some keepers. Ride them through, because everybody goes through life ups and downs. We as women go through ups and downs. We might be vice versa. What if we with somebody that's really cool, and he's got everything stable, everything together, and then we fall off and don't have a job or nothing? We gonna need a couple of dollars from babe. We gonna need him to, hey, I need some groceries for the kid. We gonna need that too, so we may be in situations to where we're need some help, or we need, so it's not always that, yeah, a man is supposed to be a man. He's supposed to provide. He's supposed to be all of that, but people fall off. Like, I have experienced, not fall off in a way, but things happen. Like, I experienced that with my husband. When he got sick, he got ill. He wasn't able to work. I had to take, the household. I had to take over and do that. And some of the times it was the beginning when we first got together, and there was people like, why would you get with somebody that has so many, health problems or this and that? And I'm like, because I love him. Like, love don't come between, oh, he's sick, I can't be with him. Oh, he broke, I can't be with him. I mean, if he's trying, and especially if they had them skills and traits before, and that's just the difference. If you messing with somebody that ain't never had a job, ain't never did nothing, then that's totally different. Okay, yeah, you're just messing with somebody and they don't got no drive, no ambition to go. All they is they get money, is getting money from females or whatever. Okay, that's a little different. But if you have somebody that had the work experience, had the training, had the skills to do all that, to be able to provide, it will pass. Whatever he's going through is going to make a way to where you guys are going to work together as a team. That's why it's open to be where communicate, where when you're in a relationship, you're supposed to be in it through the long haul. You're supposed to go in like, whatever happens, we're going to work it out. We're going to go through it. We're going to be together, But when the times get hard, when, that's not the time to fold. That's not the time to run. Like I said before, ask people that's been married for some years. Ask some older couples, how was it when they, that spouse lost their job? Or how was it when you got sick? How was it, because there's a lot of couples, they've been through stuff like breast cancer, ovarian cancer, men, the company, been in the company 35 years and it just shut down, a plant moving way to wherever, China somewhere, so how did they deal with that? Like I said, listen, talk to some older couples, get some wisdom from them, and it is what it is. So it's that communication, so you don't get that miscommunication. And I am Michelle White, the Urban Author, aka the Urban Writer, and I'm out.